So I don't usually do this because I don't like to talk about internet stories, but I guess I'm gonna sit there and try to defend Shannon Sharpe. Before I just fully defend Shannon Sharpe, of course I'm not gonna defend him at the same time, but a damn sure ain't gonna defend the possum-faced girl that he chose to have a relationship with. I welcome y'all to my slightly unbiased opinion about the situation that's going on with Shannon Sharpe. So thanks for tuning in. So what I decided to do before I even start defending this guy, I'm not on social media besides Snap. So, of course, I don't get much news of what goes on in the real world. Like I said, I try not to talk about all that bullshit. I want to be a distraction from the real world, so I try to teach about cooking and all that dumb shit. But when I see a black man get accosted from some foolishness, it pisses me off. I decided to go on the internet and try to do as much little bullshit research as I could, listening to the other folks' views about what's going on, reading what's going on, trying to see everything that I can find before I start, because I don't want to defend a monster, but at the same time, I don't want to sit there and just basically just talk a bunch of shit and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So I have my stuff down here. So I was watching this one guy from Cuff Boys or something like that. I would say watch the video of him talking about the lawsuit because he actually has the lawsuit paperwork and stuff where he goes through it. But I can tell he's biased about it. One, you a white dude. I ain't thinking about what you talking about. Second of all, you like an incel. So I'm sorry that I'm attacking another YouTuber. I am nobody, so he may not find out. If he does, I don't give a crap. Just watch his and get your opinion on it. I watch River TV where she's going to come for the women and tell them about themselves. So I'm glad she was there to say something because folks had to beg her to death to even do the video. I'm sure she didn't really want to do it on Shannon Sharpe. But watching her video, I saw a whole bunch of sisters had the nerve to sit there and try to comfort this man, talking about, oh, he a monster, he a creep. All right, one, you makeup face motherfucker. You shut up. Matter of fact, if you were so innocent, your titties wouldn't be pushed up in your video. So that's one thing why you talking about Shannon Sharpe. Second of all, you look like somebody who fucked with a man at least 15 years older than you when you were 17. I don't know you from a can of paint, but I'm just assuming because what woman haven't? What girl has not, somewhere in their college career, fucked with something they ain't supposed to been fucking with, especially when it comes to an older man? About this age thing, I don't care. The other sister there with the damn color purple hair, you don't need to say nothing either. You look like you actually did something with the older man before. That's why you look like that. I'm sorry I'm coming for y'all, but I don't like nobody. I don't like my own kind sometimes. I don't like white folks. I don't like anybody. Big, fat, small, it don't even matter. So I'm unbiased with this whole goddamn thing. I'm just going to try to stick with what's right and what's wrong. My thing about it, if I had to talk to Shannon Sharpe, would be, you stupid as hell for getting with this white woman. Matter of fact, you got with a skinny, ugly, puzzle-faced white woman. I mean, her eyes like way up here where her forehead's supposed to be. Her nose is just long and pointy. Ain't got a lip nowhere. And then this heifer got the nerve in the text message saying, I said, yeah, you like this ass, $25,000 a cheek. What the hell kind of... A cheek of what? If there's 25,000 an ounce of ass, because if ass had a cost and one of your cheeks was $25,000, boy, I can imagine what one of Lizzo's cheeks would be. Ooh, that's a whole lot of ass right there, boy. I wouldn't want none of that, but that's a lot of ass when you talking about the price value. Shit, ass got expensive now. $25,000 a cheek. Boy, you get a Lizzo ass, that shit should last you 12 Thanksgivings. Like I said, as a big black dude, ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna sit there and get a white woman. The other thing, I listened to the recordings and stuff. Two things I had to say about those recordings. One, it was too many pauses in the recording. So here's the two things that could be. Either it was edited, which I doubt. I believe that the bitch was already told, hey, we can help you get this bag. You just got to get him to talk. Well, she's an Onlyfans model, y'all. Which means she plays with herself. Which means her job is to sit there and try to convince men to give her money. Right?
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
Okay. Here's the thing about it. She has no personality. That's why it was so quiet, because she couldn't think of anything else to say to try to bait in somebody like Shannon Sharpe, because like I said, when have you ever heard of Shannon Sharpe doing anything in the news? He ain't had any other allegations besides this random one that came right after Cat made him more known. Right when he's getting these deals and stuff like that, and folks calling his name every day and stuff like that. Oh my God, Shannon Sharpe, what Club Shay Shay doing? That's when this whole one to just come out of nowhere, right? When you sitting there dealing with an Onlyfans model, they ain't got no personality because their only job is just to sell pussy. So she quiet because she said, well, I don't want to be choked. It took her like 30 seconds to say that, and he said, yeah, you want to be choked. I'm choking, matter of fact, I'm choking public. Black man choke white woman. I mean, he been texting her. Like, look at the text. She said she was gonna eat this man ass and marry him. That don't mean she really wants to do that. Of course it don't. But a lot of men are into that crazy shit. An OnlyFans model will tell you anything to get what? That money. So she's sitting there trying to talk him into all this stuff or whatever. That's been going on. And I'm sure he been giving her bread and stuff like that because she wasn't hung around that often. Here's the thing about it. She got selfish and she disrespected the game because she wanted more. She wanted him to bring her out in public, even though she's an OnlyFans model, and be like, yeah, you my woman right here. Yeah. That's what she wanted. She wanted him to sit there because guess what? Endorsements, more money, folks gonna try to make her an actual model, all that stuff. And she was gonna wind up still doing this to this guy eventually once she got done with him. So he already entrapped himself soon as he got with his possum face bitch. So folks talking about it because now it came out with the text message and stuff. So in the beginning when it was just the audio of him saying choking, folks wanted to cancel him because of what he said. Okay, all my black women and southern women, rednecks, hillbillies, whatever. What is the number one thing that we do every day? Talk shit. We say stuff that can get us canceled every day of our entire lives. Your own mama, by the time your knees could work and you could walk around the house, was already calling you a motherfucker. So I don't know why him saying, yeah, I'm gonna choke you, was a big thing. I mean, do y'all not hear what goes on in the government? Do you not see what's going on? Like literally, he said, I'm gonna choke you and ain't do it. Folks in the government that literally said they was gonna do something and did it and gets away with it. And y'all worrying about him talking to a whore and he ain't even choked the bitch. Matter of fact, here's the other thing. Why haven't I seen a picture of this bitch getting choked at all? It ain't been a picture around her neck, but in the damn receipt in the court docket, I think it was at least 3 times where it was said that he choked her. Okay, well, bring up the pictures where you've been choked. And matter of fact, had the timestamp at the top too so we can prove that it was in 2023 and 2024. That's the other thing. Go ahead and find that picture because if you just really did not like the situation you was in, I know you'd have took pictures somewhere in the past. You just now bringing some stuff up that came out of nowhere. So when people start thinking what I'm saying, then guess what? Them pictures gonna come out of nowhere, but they gonna be edited. Bitch, I want your face, and I want 2023 somewhere up there. Matter of fact, I want you to even go to Apple and go in your iCloud and show on there, in front of the judge where it says 2023. Since he's been choking you this entire time because your neck look fine to me. I'm just stating the obvious. My other thing is that you got women sitting there saying that, oh, he a creepy uncle and stuff like that. I already said, look, I have a lot of female friends and a lot of them have talked to a lot of older dudes. Some of them have talked to dudes right around in their 50s. Some of them talked to dudes that had children. Some of them talked to dudes that they just wasn't shit. I mean, we all make mistakes. Now, Tracy Ellis was talking about getting with a younger man. Now, women was praising her for that. Now, I'm going to say this. It ain't nothing wrong with that, and it is something wrong with that. Because I have been with older women before. I was with older women when my ass was 22 and 23 years old. I'm 26. Ain't nothing wrong with that. However, I would like that older woman to understand, and they already know this, that I ain't giving your ass no type of bag because I haven't got mine yet. As a man in America, you don't really get your bag until you get around by 45 to 50. That's the sad reality of it. So any of the older women that I have messed with, well, guess what? They knew that I had nothing. They just said, I want your dick. And that's where it ended. They knew that. So for an older woman to sit there like Tracy Ellis, I didn't watch the interview. I don't know if she was saying being in a relationship with a younger man or she's saying just doing things with him. She a grown woman. She can do whatever the fuck she want to do. That's perfectly fine. Women do that all the time. Here's the other sad truth about it. Some of them older women that have been with younger dudes, you know why they got with younger dudes? Because a lot of them didn't get chose. Some of them didn't get chose. Some of them just didn't want to be chosen and they want to be free-spirited. That's quite all right if you choose to not want to have children, if you choose to not want to get married, and you just want to be free. I completely understand that. But when you sit there, been in the game this long, and then like Tracy Ellis saying, oh, the men in my age is toxic masculinity. No, you don't know how to coexist with a man. Nobody want to deal with you, Tracy Ellis, so that's why you ain't shit. But you know a younger dude is going to appreciate you for your beauty because you are a beautiful woman. He will appreciate you for your beauty and your wisdom. And also, you're going to probably take care of him. So you know for a fact that because he's a younger dude, you don't need your little rose no more because he can go all night long. Yeah, older dude may not be able to last long. So yeah, you get your little young little chew toy while he still got a little battery in him and luster in his eyes. So Tracy Ellis, shut the fuck up. The last thing I want to get at with the Onlyfans motherfuckers. Now, I'm a dude. I'm telling some of my goddamn business. I know people that have done the Onlyfans before. Some personal, some don't. Well, I like to learn a lot of stuff about everything. I learned stuff about diseases. I learned shit about birds. I learned stuff about cooking so I can bring it back to you, to all of y'all. But when it comes to OnlyFans, do you know that with OnlyFans, those people have a W-2? Did y'all know that? That OnlyFans ain't like you just say you go on Snapchat or something like that and you take a picture of your titties and then folks can cash app you. No. OnlyFans is set up to where you can pay through the website or the app or whatever they got. I think, well, they got an app. So you pay through that. Now, it ain't like it is a subscription, matter of fact. So you can have a subscription. It'd be like $1, $2 or something. Or depending on how high the bitch got, she can have it at $100 a month. But that's just base content. So OnlyFans is like Twitter where you just kind of keep on going, you can scroll shit. But when you actually having a conversation with the whore, you can sit there and y'all be texting and all that stuff. And she's like, ooh, baby, you look good today. And stuff. And like, bitch, I ain't even seen a picture of myself. What you talking about? And she'll send you a picture and it'll be blurred out. Now, she can send a free one if she want to, but it'll be blurred out. And then what happens is that the blurred out one would have down there, you know, $5 or something like that, or $2, whatever. And you press it, and it'll automatically take that money out your account and open it up. Oh, so they actually have a W-2. So that lets you know that one, she wasn't thrown into prostitution. Second of all, she wasn't thrown into a sex ring. You chose to do OnlyFans at 18 to 19 years old. Right? So you already grown, funky hoe. You already grown because you're grown up to make that decision. A lot of girls is doing OnlyFans now. My Snap, and I have no other social media and still can't avoid content creators. Bitch, you taking a picture of your punana. That ain't art. It ain't content, it's pornography. I ain't paying for it because porn is free, and your pussy look weird, or your titty lopsided, or your ass is built kind of like that where it concaves in. No, I can go on there and look at any female I want on the internet, whether she this goddamn big, this goddamn little. I got a whole wide range of shit. So what they do with OnlyFans is that the girls will sit there when they first start out. This is how they do it. Just say you got Snapchat. When they first start out doing OnlyFans, they'll sit there and text you and be like, hey, baby. Bitch, I ain't your baby. What the fuck you want? You can either literally, you can talk to them like that. Bitch, what you want? And they gonna stay to the strip. I think OnlyFans but got an OnlyFans University. It must be OFU or something, because when I tell you they stick to the strip, they stick to the strip. And I love entertaining them too, boy. I sit there and be talking to them about a whole goddamn day, just wasting their time, because I'm just like, I'm stopping you from chasing the bag. You think you finna rope me in? Nah, baby. So what they do is they'll sit there and they'll text you and all that bullshit and be like, hey, baby, what you doing? They'll send a picture of their pussy out of nowhere. They don't care if you got a girlfriend or not. They just saying they look cool to me or whatever. All right. And then after that, they'll sit there and keep on, texting and stuff. Ooh, I wish you would come over and see me and shit. Bitch, who are you? I don't know you. And then they'll sit there and have the nerve to sit there and send you their link and say, we could talk on there. Okay, that's when they first start out. Now, when OnlyFans girls, we're going to stay the snap because that's all I got. Once they get to a point where they don't have to search for clientele, then they'll just throw you in a private story. And a lot of times they're not going to hit you up. They'll just throw you in there, and if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Right? And then if they get to a certain clientele, they'll just stay off of social media in general because they got enough revenue coming in because of what they do. That's part of the game. There's a bird hitting my window if you heard anything. But that's the whole point of that. So I'm not finna sit there and feel bad for a bitch who was chasing the bag, and now she want to sit there and say, oh, he did this, he did that. Cry wolf, cry me a river. Bitch, shut the fuck, because you chasing a bag that you didn't really get, and now you coming out here with your non-personality having ass, sitting there trying to say, oh, well, he did this to me. You pause too much in your recordings. So that let me know you was trying to think of something for him to say. He just chilling on the phone because he used to being on the phone with you. But you was trying to think of something to say to make this man sit there and sound like a criminal, and you couldn't. The only thing you can think of is that, well, I'm going to just bring up the choking thing because that's what I told him I like to do. And yeah, that'll work. And you just kind of changed the tone of how you said it. Because the night before you was just, ooh, I wish you come over here and choke me, daddy. And then this time you're like, well, I don't want to really get choked. Well, that's what I'm come over there and do, baby. I'm just saying. So Shannon, he fucked up with that one. Possum face girl, I hope you get nothing. And if you do, I hope God come down and step on you. Matter of fact, you a possum. I hope I'm about to bite your tail off. And that's all I got to do with it. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all in the next bullshit.